Alfred, Zato makes a ridiculous, not one, ridiculous claims about NDC muzzling out, a candidate when there's no candidate. In the first place, there's no candidate. In the second place, the NDC is not conducting a poll. In the third place, NDC is not carrying out any campaign or any election. Like I told you, the focus of the NDC at this time is to deliver on the mandate of the people. Musa Dankwa and the Info Analytics team are independent. And they can choose to run polls on anything in this country. And they have chosen to do so. But no one can begrudge them. We in the NDC are not bothered by that. We are focused on delivering on our campaign promises to the people. And media stations also have independent editorial, decisions. And they can choose to highlight what they want to highlight. So they are highlighting Musa Dankwa's polls. It's up to them. But we are focused on, for example, fighting galamsey. And you see His Excellency President Mahama yesterday engage with CSOs to ensure that they come on board to understand the processes and the programs that are used to fight galamsey. That is our focus. The finance minister, only a couple of days ago, together with my minister, the road minister, got a 3 billion Japanese yen to ensure that we expand, the road sector, especially in the Ashanti region, which will complement the big push projects that we are focused on delivering. That is the focus of this government. So people can choose to focus on what they want to focus on. But for us in the NDC, we are focused on delivering on the, promises that we made to the people of Ghana. And Zato talks about a tradition in the NDC, which is a complete lie. A complete lie. Look, the fact that Professor Mills came after Jerry Rawlings, and the fact that John Mahama came after Professor Mills does not make it a tradition.
What does
it doesn't. But even if it is a tradition, it is one we'll be proud of. Nobody is forced to succeed his boss. It is a personal decision that people take. And when Vice President Aliu Mahama took that decision, the NPP taught him a bitter lesson. A lesson today that unfortunately, Zato and others are campaigning with in the north. They go to the north and they tell people that it is the time of Bawumia because he's from the north. But they forget that when it was Aliu Mahama's time, Aliu Mahama didn't even make second. He didn't even pass as third. Some of them did not support Aliu Mahama even though they were from the north. And that is the tradition of the NPP. But for us in the NDC, it is an open contest every time there's a race. And if a vice president wishes to succeed a president, he or she and the supporters will say so. But where we are today in NDC, we are focused on delivering the promises that we made to the people of Ghana, resetting the economy of this country, improving on justice delivery, like Martin Kpebu has highlighted, and also ensuring that freedom of speech, especially, is expanded. And perhaps that is why Zato and others can get this platform to express themselves freely without any fear of being, invited or heckled anywhere. But that is the focus of this NDC government, to reset this economy, to reset our democracy, and to reset our country. We are not interested in who succeeds us at this moment. And when he's making references, he should say it well. Kwesi Ahoy never called into any radio station. Kwesi Ahoy never called into any radio station recently that I know of. As for the NPP, currently, any fair-minded observer will tell you that the party is dead.
Why would you say such a thing?
They need to resuscitate the party. They need to reorganize the party, which they are not doing, unfortunately, because they say they want to roof a building that doesn't have a strong foundation. And so they are just wasting roofing sheets. But who am I to advise them? I'm only perhaps concerned because I'm a consummate Democrat. And I will want to have an opposition that can keep my government on its toes. That's the only reason why I'm concerned. Otherwise, I should be singing, praises to God that they are engaged in an exercise that will not resuscitate their party, that will not make it stronger. I mean, any fair-minded party person, even NPP party person, will admit that their party is dead, is in crisis. I mean, if you have the general secretary referring regional secretaries to disciplinary committee, I mean, it should just tell you, you'd have a chairman that is nowhere to be found. And the family of the chairman even writing strong letters to the party when it is suggested that he is going to check. I mean, these are telling moments. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and his government will not do worse than Akuffo Addo. It will be a disaster if any government today or in the future ever does worse than Akuffo Addo. Because the bar under Akuffo Addo was too low. In fact, sometimes I don't even feel comfortable measuring our successes and our performance with Akuffo Addo's regime.
Exactly.
Because, trust me, many of us in the NDC do not want to compare our successes with that government. It's if we could erase it in our history, perhaps